3 weeks ago, our daughter Tanya brought home a puppy. Having a puppy around the house is like having a baby in the house. It wants your attention. It needs your attention. You have to watch what the puppy is doing because everything goes into the mouth. So you're busy teaching it what is appropriate behavior and what isn't. It has been interesting to watch the reaction of the puppy. At first, the puppy would be startled if it was doing something inappropriate and we would say, Mika would look up and we would redirect her and she would go on to something else. But lately, now that she's gotten to know us, now that she is 3 weeks older and feels comfortable around us, her reaction is different. She is testing the boundaries. I have a beautiful dark gray basket in the washroom that holds towels. Well, Mika was sniffing around the washroom while I was putting on makeup, and she has done that before, but this time she was interested in the basket. All of a sudden, I could see her digging her teeth into the straw and pulling on it. I looked at her and said, and she looked at me with the straw still in her mouth and then went back to what she was doing. So I repeated the caution and she looked at me again and turned and proceeded to continue her intended destruction of my basket. Well, the third time I looked at her and said no, and there was defiance in her eyes. So I tugged on her leash that Tanya sometimes leaves on her when we allow her to explore the house, and then stepped on the leash so that she could not reach the basket. She was not too happy with me, but I had rescued her from creating damage to my basket. I thought about that incident. Are we not sometimes guilty of doing the same? We sniff around in areas where we should not be. We take hold of something that we should not, knowing full well that there is a potential of acting out in disobedience. God warns us. He cautions us to step away, yet we hang on to whatever is distracting us, wanting our own way. God gives us a tug, and then he proceeds to provide a way out. We have a choice to make, to heed his warning and take the way of escape, or to act out in disobedience. 1 Corinthians 10:13 says, "No temptation has seized you except what is common to man. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can stand up under it." We will be tempted in life to sin. Our adversary, Satan, makes it his purpose to lure us from obeying God's will. But the power of the Holy Spirit is available to every one of us, and that power will give us the spiritual strength to overcome the temptation we face. So next time you are being tempted and you hear God's warning, don't look back in defiance, but take the way out that he provides for you and rely on the Holy Spirit's power to overcome. By the way, Mika left the washroom and went out into the hallway to play with her toys.